Hey guys, I am live. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't gone live on my channel in the longest time. Crazy. But yeah, I am live. Let's see. Let's just wait a second and then we can start. Okay. It's kind of random. I did not plan to go live, but I had like a second, so I figured I would go live. So yeah, I haven't been live in a long time, so I just, we'll get into it. But hey guys, welcome to a live video. I'm so happy to be doing this. If I sound a little weird or nasally, it's because I am sick, but I'm getting a lot better. So yeah, that's why I sound kind of weird. All right, so let's just wait a few minutes and then we can get started. Yeah. Let's see if you're here and you want to leave something in the chat. Leave something in the chat. I have it popped out so I can see it. Hello, Hannah, Treasure Hustlers, Callie, Lisa. Hello. Hello. Okay, so yeah, my office. Thank you so much, Josie. Yeah, my office, it's still a little messy. The floor, it always looks dirty, but it's really not dirty. It's just that this is like real wood floor. And when we moved in, this was the first office that, like the first thing that we moved in since I needed to get to work right away. So I didn't really have time to like redo the floor in here. So it is real hard like wood floor, but it looks dirty because it has like stains and stuff like that. So we want to polish it and like maybe make it match the rest of the house. But yeah. Hello, Emily. Caught you listing. Hello, Wade Venture. Hey, everyone. Oh yeah, yeah. The alarm chirps is really annoying. Is it in my office? Yeah, it's actually in my office. It's right there. Eddie has to take that out, but yeah, it's really annoying. So sorry. Sorry, it's in all my videos, but that's not like our actual alarm. So our alarm works fine. That's just like the old one that the house came with that we really need to get taken off. So sorry if that's annoying. Okay, so I want to get started. I want to jump right in. First, I want to jump in and say that I'm going to be doing this, I think, either on Mondays or Tuesdays or maybe Sundays. I don't know, but something in the start of the week. I want to do something like this, kind of like just a hangout and we talk about stuff. Now that somebody said that about the alarm, it's driving me crazy, and it never drives me crazy. But just kind of like a hangout and talk about what has been going on and stuff like that. So kind of just like a reseller forum kind of thing. If someone's thinking about me, that's what it means when the chain goes like that. Okay, so that's kind of what like the purpose of these videos are going to be. So I'm excited, and I just want to do it like at the start of every week. The alarm won't be chirping next time because I'm going to have my husband take it out. So yeah, so let's talk. The first thing I want to talk about is where is everybody selling lately? Like, are you selling on eBay? Are you selling on Poshmark? Are you selling on Mercari? Are you selling on your own platform? Are you selling on Instagram? There's so many places to sell stuff. So that's like the first thing I want to do is just like kind of gauge like what everybody's doing, like where's everyone selling. So I want to make this like an interactive live, not more so like I just talk. I want to make it like interactive. So if you are able to and you're not listing and your hands are free and you're not in the car or something, I would love it if you guys could interact in the chat because that's what I want to make this for. So let's see here. Rhonda, eBay only. Okay, eBay and Posh. Teresa, eBay. Poshmark only right now. Mercari and Posh. eBay. eBay has been better than Amazon for me. So there's like a whole range of where people are selling. Poshmark, eBay and Poshmark. There's lots of people that are just doing eBay. There's lots of people that are just doing Poshmark. That's what I'm seeing in the chat. So since I haven't sold on eBay in a while, I can't really attest to like how eBay is doing. All I can do is like attest to what I see other sellers say and stuff like that. So the last I saw, eBay was slow for some people, so I'm glad to see that it has picked up. Oh, Society 6. I've always wanted to sell stuff on there. I wanted my dad to, actually, because he's like a really good artist. But there's so many places to sell. I mean, like, I sell, for example, my primary places to sell right now are Tradesy. Tradesy being like the least. So this is like not in an order. It's just where I sell. So Tradesy, Instagram, Poshmark, I've been selling a little bit, and obviously my own websites. So really just like a small percentage is on a site that's like a second party site, that there's a fee coming out of what I'm selling. So minus the PayPal fee that, you know, the processing fee, but yes, so that's where I'm at. eBay for me just right now wasn't working, just because I hate saying that I don't have time, because like you can always make time to do things that you want to do, or you can always make time, to, you know, whatever you have to do. You can hire somebody, you can do lots of things. There's lots of ways to do things. So I don't like saying that the reason I stopped selling on eBay is because I don't have time, because that's necessarily not the case. It's just that I don't have time to fully commit myself to selling thrifted clothing anymore, just because both of my businesses itself are overwhelming, and I just don't have the time to do that right now. So I didn't stop selling on eBay because it wasn't going well for me or because the sales weren't there. That's not why I stopped selling on eBay. It was just I had to decide what was most important, which a lot of people in business have to do. So that's pretty much why I stopped selling on eBay, because eBay does take a lot of work. You know, you have to list actively, and I just wasn't there. It just wasn't working out for me. So that is why I left. Rhonda, it seems that when flocks of people moved to Posh, eBay sales picked up, less eBay sellers. Now Posh is flooded. That is really true. That is a really, really good point. I feel like a lot of people have moved over to Poshmark and kind of left eBay behind, which isn't necessarily like a bad thing, because like Rhonda is saying, it actually makes eBay pick up in sales, because obviously the market isn't going to be as flooded. So definitely I agree with Rhonda. And now it kind of, even though I've been seeing people do really well on Poshmark, even though I may not sell on these apps as much as other people do full time, I still like keeping up to it. Like I find it really fascinating. I like to see like which apps are doing well and stuff like that. So that is pretty interesting thought, and totally a true thought in my opinion. Definitely Tradesy. I have been selling on Tradesy just like higher end stuff that I can't necessarily sell on my Instagram page, because really it's so important to know like your clientele and like your base and stuff like that. And my base, really where it's comfortable for me to sell stuff on my own platform is, I want to say, anything under $1,200. And at that point, I would probably have to do a payment plan. But anything under $1,200 is a strong selling point for me. Anything really over the $1,200 mark probably is not going to sell that well unless it's a very coveted item. So I kind of had to gravitate towards Tradesy. And on Tradesy, they do take a higher fee, and you do have to wait longer to get your money, which is really annoying to me. But things sell for much higher on Tradesy than they would for eBay. So when it comes to very high-end designer stuff, I would definitely recommend Tradesy. The thing with eBay is there's a lot of sellers, that are just trying to like unload their stuff. So it's not, so the price doesn't stay as high. It doesn't stay as like inflated versus Tradesy. I don't know, for some reason, just the stuff sells higher there. And what I've been seeing a lot on eBay, which is really annoying, is there's been a lot of counterfeit items. Even on Amazon, I am absolutely, totally horrified that Amazon is allowing fake Gucci belts, fake Louis Vuitton stuff. I'm horrified. I obviously get that. I get that people know it's fake when they're buying a $30 Gucci belt. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I would assume that they would know it's fake. But like, why isn't Amazon monitoring what is happening on their site? eBay does a better job, I think, than Amazon. But the other day I saw, like, I follow a lot of fashion bloggers and stuff, especially with my Love Always business, because that's what that business is actually built on, is collaborations with influencers. So I was like horrified that there were like influencers sending people to Amazon to buy like identical Gucci belts, but they weren't Gucci. So that to me was really crazy that Amazon is allowing something like that. It's kind of like shocking, honestly, that a platform like Amazon will allow that. So I don't know if they're trying to work on it, if they're trying to get control on it, but so far they're not doing a very good job, because some of the items have like 500 reviews. So I don't really know what's going on with that, but kind of crazy. Diane, I got burnt out on eBay, now trying to figure out where to go. Yeah, definitely. I always encourage your own platform. You guys know that is like what I love to talk about, is having your own platform. I think is so important. And I think it's really hard, and people know it's really hard to have your own platform, because you're responsible at that point for bringing all sales to your own site. And that can be really hard to do, to bring sales on your own, because with something like eBay or something like Etsy or something like Tradesy or Poshmark, you are not the person responsible for bringing sales to your site. Like, it is the third, it's like the other third party that's responsible for bringing you those sales, which is good in a way and it's bad in a way, because you can't obviously really control it unless you are treating it like it's its own platform and just kind of using it. 1 second. A lot of Etsy shops, that I follow, they treat, I don't know why, but for some reason, and I think I've talked about this in videos before, I think eBay sellers should also treat it like its own platform, but definitely Etsy sellers treat Etsy as if it were like their own website, as if they're selling on their own website. Like, they have Instagram pages just dedicated to their shop, and stuff like that. So definitely on Etsy, people treat it like its own platform, and people are bringing their own traffic to Etsy, even though Etsy, obviously everybody knows where Etsy is, but they are bringing their own platform. Like, they are bringing their own people from like Instagram or from influencers or whoever they're using to get the word out there. They are bringing people to their platform on Etsy. And then at that time, obviously Etsy's still taking a fee, but they are using Etsy for that. I even have some friends, I have a friend that has a really successful Mickey Mouse ear company. She's based out of California, and for her, she gets a lot of sales from Etsy, and she also gets a lot of sales from Instagram. So for her, it just makes sense to stay on Etsy, because Etsy is bringing her a ton of sales. And she even has like her own platform also. Like, she has her own website that she sells on as well. So she pushes more her own website, obviously, to get that fee taken away. But then she's also using Etsy to facilitate more sales. So I really like that concept as well. Leah, still love Posh, but need to revamp my closet. Won't give up on my closet since I have had it so long. It's just a lot of maintenance. eBay is good right now. That's really awesome that eBay is good. I do like the concept of Poshmark, but I don't know. It's definitely a really different way of shopping, I think. But it's definitely very different than eBay or Amazon. Treasure Hustlers off topic, but how's Eddie? Eddie, my husband, he is doing wonderful. We're both just really sick with a really bad cold. He got me sick, actually. And he has been coughing nonstop every night. So then we're like lacking sleep on top of that. But unfortunately, he has to be at work. But he's been helping me so much with work. He's been helping me package orders. Like, I feel so bad. Every day he gets home from work and like he helps me package orders. And that's kind of like what our nights consist of. He helps me package orders. He's like the most supportive husband ever. He's like amazing. So, but yeah, he's doing really well. Thank you. How can she sell Mickey ears? Well, so lots of people sell, they get really creative with their Mickey ears. I'm like a huge Disney fan, and they get really creative and they just make like custom Disney ears. Like the ones at the park, they're nice, but they're not really like customized. Like they're just like, you know, the classic styles. I don't know, they're not creative, but on Etsy you can find like some really crazy ears. Some really crazy, awesome ears. It's really cool. So yeah, that's that. And I'm going to a birthday party tonight. And it's one of my best friends. And I was like, do you care if I go? Like, Eddie and I are really sick. And she's like, no, it's fine. Just come. Obviously, she's telling me that because she's like one of my best friends. But she's like, no, just come. Like, you're fine. And I'm like, I hate going places where I'm sick and people are staring at me like, why are you here? Oh, Treasure Hustlers. Oh, you smiled all big when you said his name. Newlyweds. Yeah. I don't know. He's just like so amazing, you guys. I'm really lucky. Emily, does he have an older brother? No, he actually has a younger brother that's married. That's married to a friend of mine. So yeah. Okay. Leah, do you feel like all the time you use sharing on Posh could be used more productively? I totally feel that. I totally feel that. That's why I have a hard time with Poshmark, is I feel like I'm sitting on the couch, and like obviously a lot of my day is spent sitting on the couch because, you know, I'm working on the computer, so I'm not gonna, I don't know, I have a thing. Like, I don't like sitting in my office. I like sitting on the couch, which makes me sound so bad. But I even, like, when I had an office space, like, I had a couch in there and I would work on the couch. Like, I would not work on my desk. But yeah, that's my struggle too. Like, I feel like I'm doing all this work sharing and I'm like, is this really helping or is this not really helping? I don't know. It's a struggle. And then I always forget. I forget to ship the stuff for Poshmark. I don't know why, because it's just like in the back of my head. So like, I forget I need to ship it since it's an app. Like, I don't know. I always am like forgetting and shipping late, which is not good. Teresa, I quit eBay. Quit is a really strong word, I feel like. Quit is a really strong word. But yeah, some people, you know, quit. I mean, I wouldn't say, unless you're like never going to sell there again, but I wouldn't say I quit eBay because I don't know if I'll ever sell. I don't know if I'm ever going to be a full-time eBay seller again. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't think I would necessarily say I quit selling on eBay. I'm definitely taking a break from selling on eBay though. I have not gotten sick in like 5 years. Becoming vegan helped me stay healthier. Yeah. I never get sick. Eddie gets sick so much. I mean, he's always sick. Like, at least every 3 months he's sick. And he doesn't have any problems really because he like gets his blood work. Like, he's fine. It's just he gets sick. And I think it's because he deals with a lot of people. But he's always sick. And I never get sick when he gets sick. But I got sick this time, so it's unfortunate. And do you guys notice something else different? Nobody has said this. I may have the smoke alarm going off, which is really annoying, but there's no barking dogs. There's no barking dogs. They are really quiet and content in the new house. They love their house so much, and they don't even bark. Like, they just hang out. They love it. It's awesome. But yeah, they're still here. They're out there. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is anybody doing anything to gear up for Q4. Like, I know a big thing right now is people are trying to thrift things with newer tags versus you know, thrifted. Like, what are you doing to gear up for Q4? Like, I'll tell you guys what I'm doing to gear up for Q4, and then I would love it if you guys could share stuff in the chat. And I think now on YouTube you can see the chat like permanently when somebody watches this video. Like, let's say somebody watches it tonight. Hello, future. If somebody watches it tonight, then they will still be able to see the chat. So if you could share what you're doing for Q4 in the chat, I would love that. And I will share what I am doing to gear up for Q4. So I know in one of my other videos, it was so annoying. Somebody commented and was like, you talk a lot about Q4. You love Q4. And I'm like, hell yeah, I love Q4. Everybody that has an online business or anything in retail should also love Q4. Like, I should not be the only person that likes Q4. If you sell things, you love Q4. Like, that's just how it is. If you have maybe another type of business, like maybe like, for example, my mom's business, accounting, like maybe it's not your favorite time of the year. Obviously, she has a favorite time of the year, which is tax season. But if you're selling stuff, you love Q4 and you are preparing for Q4 somehow, some way you're doing something differently, I hope, than you're doing for the rest of the year. What I am doing, I think I mentioned this, I have to go to New York. I did say that in another video, I have to go to New York. I haven't been able to go though. And for me, booking a trip to New York is like no big deal because it's like $120 round trip out of JetBlue, because JetBlue does nonstop service out of Fort Lauderdale Airport, literally nonstop from like 6 a.m. to 9 o'clock at night. Like, there's nonstop service. So me going to New York is not a big deal. I've done it before, and I will literally just go for the day. Like, I will leave on the 6 a.m. flight. It's a very exhausting, very hard day. But I'll leave at 6 a.m. and I'll get home at 10 p.m. So it's really exhausting those days. But I have to go to New York to get, since I do customized jewelry, we need to make sure that we have like material. And so since during that time, I have such a heavy bulk of personalized pieces coming in, I need to make sure that, you know, a week after Cyber Monday that we still have material. So I front a lot of the material cost just because it's a big risk for them. And, you know, I front it, and I don't care. I've done that for the last few years. So I will go over there. We'll finalize production times, all that kind of stuff. We'll have a meeting. So that's a big thing that I do to get ready for Q4 every year. Another thing I do is I'm ordering necklace backs because all my stuff requires necklace backs to ship. I am ordering all those type of supplies, like packaging supplies and stuff. I have a bunch in the garage, so I'm getting ready for that. This year has been a little different because I have had such like large volume right now. Before Q4, I've never had this many orders. If you guys saw my last video, it's really good, but it's also adding a lot of like stress. So preparing all that, I want to launch a new collection before the holidays, before Cyber Monday. I want to launch a new collection. So working on that, trying to finalize all the pieces for that. Finalizing influencer collaborations for the holidays. And what else am I doing? Also stocking up on designer bags, like stuff that I think will do really well for Christmas. Stuff new in boxes, which sucks because obviously I have to hold the inventory until then. But I won't really start doing that until probably October, end of October, beginning of November, honestly, is when I'll start doing that, because I do want to have some Cyber Monday sales for that business as well. So that's everything I am doing pretty much for Q4. Getting excited because I love Christmas. But anyway, let's see what the chat is saying. Okay, so I have to blow my nose, I think. I started to buy liquidation lots to get ready, all new with tags and shelf pools. That is awesome, Josie. That's a really good idea. Definitely a good idea because people like buying new with tag stuff. I mean, I don't think like society is there yet to the point that they're willing to gift like a thrifted item. And I could be wrong by saying that. I don't know. But like I have no problem doing that. Like I wouldn't have a problem if I got a gift, you know, that wasn't new with tag. But I know a lot of people, you know, don't think like us and stuff like that. So I understand that. So definitely pooling stuff with new with tags is great. Hannah, I'm getting my inventory up to 1,000. That's really a good number, especially if you want to keep like that steady pace of orders coming in. Lisa, list, building new inventory. Awesome. Teresa, I have just been trying to keep my store stocked. Awesome. Emily started collecting sweaters, boots, jackets over the summer, listing them now. Perfect time to list that. Teresa, I am pretty much quitting Posh as well due to the overflow of sellers. I'm not sure what to do with all my inventory. Tons of it. I was thinking of selling out in bulk locally. Yeah, Teresa, you could sell it in bulk locally. You can maybe even sell it in bulk online. Like there's so many ways, or maybe even start your own platform. I know it's really hard. But on Instagram, there's so many like-minded people, or even a Facebook group. There's lots of ways to do that. But definitely the bulk boxes, I think, would be a good bet. I'm sick. Oh God. Okay. And my ears hurt. Josie, congrats on the 1,000 orders. Thank you so much. I feel very overwhelmed that this has happened, and because obviously there's like an influx of emails now, and it's a lot so close together, not when it's the holidays and not when I'm in the mind frame. And I've shipped around the holidays, it's about 1,500 to 2,000 orders. So it's a lot of orders that I'm used to getting. But it's definitely very overwhelming. And and in my opinion, you have to be in the mind frame. And I know it sounds stupid, but shipping all day is not as fun as it sounds. So you know, it's such a blessing though. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have gotten that many orders. Teresa, have you thought about selling on Mercari? I have mixed thoughts about a lot of mixed thoughts about selling on Mercari. I don't know how I feel about it. I haven't heard like the best reviews of Mercari, but definitely something I'll think about maybe in the future. I just don't feel comfortable selling on Mercari. No assistant for your main business. So in the past, when I've had offices, at one point I did have 2 employees that were helping me in the office. They were package orders, really just whatever needed to be done. But in my house, I don't feel comfortable having anybody work with me. And my cousin, her schedule is really busy with senior year. So I really don't have anybody that I trust that I could have work out of my home. I just don't feel comfortable doing that at all. So as of now, it's just me, and I'm really lucky that my husband helps me so much. So having my husband help me when he gets home from work, or having him help me when he gets home from work, or having him help me on the weekends is kind of almost like having another employee, because it does help me a lot. So I really am lucky that he's so supportive. Teresa, enjoyed this chat, but I have to get back to work. Get to feeling better soon. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you. Get back to work. Yes. So no, Amazon. I am doing Amazon for like one item only. It's kind of like a very specialized item. I just don't want to share that on my channel, just because the market it's really hard to find an item that sells well for you on Amazon. So yeah, on Amazon, just really one item that sells consistently, but I don't even really think about it actually at all. Now that you just said that, I just thought of it. Yeah, I don't really think of it because I just like, you know, I check it weekly, and then if I need to send more inventory, I do, but it's an item that just sells consistent. Yeah. So another thing I wanted to talk about, because it's an interesting topic to me. I wouldn't really consider myself like an influencer because I don't really have like that many subscribers. I mean, I have over 6,000, which thank you guys for 6,000 subscribers. That's so awesome. I'm so thankful. I didn't even think I would have like, 10 subscribers. So I'm really thankful for everybody that watches me. And if my content helps, I'm really happy it does. What category? Jewelry. That's an easy one. Jewelry category. Because that's like my main thing is jewelry. So in the jewelry category, so like the fashion category. What was I gonna say? So yeah, something I wanted to talk about. I don't really consider myself like, I have 6,000 subscribers. So definitely like a small fish in a big pond of really big influencers. From a business standpoint, for Love Always, which you guys know is my jewelry company, Love Always, I have never done any advertising. I've never done anything like that. The only thing I've ever done is send product to influencers, and in return, they post about the product, or like bloggers, YouTubers, whoever. But that's what I've used to grow my business, and I think I've done a really good job at it. So I guess I've used affiliate marketing versus like, regular advertising. And that has worked really well for me. I've done really well, and it's brought me steady sales. I mean, this time around, the reason I had 1,000 orders to ship is because of a collaboration with an influencer. I only posted on Instagram once about it. So, and that was like a week after that it went live. But I use that a lot. So as a business standpoint, I love using influencers. I think they're amazing. And I don't really like the term influencers, but I don't know what else to call them. Bloggers, social media people. I don't know. But from a business standpoint, I love using that. Like that is what I have used. And I've talked about it before. I love it. Some I've paid, some have been paid commission, and some have just been gifted products that they've really liked. So I've kind of done it all. I try not to pay, obviously, because I don't want to pay up front. But definitely the commission works with me, because if you bring me a sale from your platform, I think you should be paid, and I think you should get a commission. That's just the way I think, because you weren't entitled to talk about my product. You talked about it. You brought me sales. You need to be rewarded. So I think commission is a really nice way to reward people that are selling things, talking about your product. With that being said, do you guys like when people you follow post? Like, I want to just know, like, not necessarily from me. I'm just saying, do you guys, because I don't think I have a big enough audience to like talk about a product. Like, I talk about products that I'm obviously not paid to talk about. Like products that I use, I talk about. But does it bother you guys, like, when people you follow, like, either like me or other resellers in the community, or bloggers you follow, like whoever it is, like, does it bother you when they post either sponsored content, when they're being gifted an item, or sponsored, like they're literally being paid to talk about the item? Like, they probably more than likely like it, but they are being paid. Like, does it bother you? Do you guys see like an issue with it, especially when it's another reseller? Like, does it bother you when they're like, I just want to know your opinion on that. And nobody is talking in the chat. Me personally, it doesn't bother me, because for me personally, it does not bother me at all, because a lot of the stuff that I buy, I actually learn from people like that. Like, that's just the way I am. Like, I like seeing other people use something, and if I like it, I'm going to buy it. So it doesn't bother me at all. Josie, as long as they do not do it all the time, it's fine with me. Yeah, it's totally fine with me. But yeah, I just wanted to get like an opinion on that, like what people think. Like, it doesn't bother me, but I did see like some other people that are branching out in the reselling community, which I think is awesome, because if you have a platform, like, I think it's great. Like, I think it's great if you can benefit from it also, like, financially. So it doesn't bother me. I think it's great when people do that, but I just wanted to know like what other people think of it. Fabulous style. It doesn't bother me if they are upfront about it, and especially if they put it in their title. Good point. Leah, no, I think it's great. We should all be willing to help each other out. Awesome thought. I found great products that way. Me too. Like, I found some really amazing stuff that I wouldn't have found if I wouldn't have seen it that way. So, what's Motivation Monday? Oh, Lindy, am I on the same? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I hate going live when somebody else is live, but sorry. This is the only time I had today. But yeah, so that's really what I wanted to know. If you're watching this in the future, then just comment in the comments if it bothers you, because I really, really want to know that. And I think that's all about I wanted to talk about. I did see that there was some drama yesterday that happened, which I found was like really interesting. On the Instagram, there's always like drama in the reseller community. It's really interesting to see what goes on. So, and I like to keep my opinions to myself. I don't really like to get too vocal on what happens, and it's always like around the same person. So, are you speaking of selling bulk boxes locally or internet? I would, Teresa, personally, I would do both, but I would do internet platforms too. Like I would definitely sell online bulk boxes because that's really popular now. There's really no tea. It's just there's always like something popping off. Like and usually when I see that, I just kind of like unfollow the person that's doing it. But I don't know. I thought it was interesting. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today, guys. I have to get back to working, but I will have a vlog going up. Definitely this week I'll have kind of like a follow me around vlog. What I'm up to and stuff like that. So if you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up before you head out. It really helps me. I really appreciate it, especially because there's 2 thumbs downs, which is so annoying that somebody just came to my video to thumbs it down because they probably left right after they thumbs it down. So if you could give this video a thumbs up, I would really, really appreciate that before you go. Obviously, if you like this video, if you don't like it, then don't like it or give it a thumbs down, whatever. I don't care. Josie cannot stand the drama in our community. I just go list when that happens. Okay, so that's all, guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hopefully, I will feel better soon because this cold is really annoying. And thank you guys for joining. I will definitely be back with another video like this. I'm thinking of doing it probably on Sundays. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I didn't have a chance. So probably Sundays to start off the week. I will do kind of like a recap video of like my week and your week, and we can just talk and chat. I know it's hard to do that because we are not like in person seeing each other, but I feel like when I go live, I am seeing you and not seeing you, but like virtually seeing you, and we can have a conversation kind of like if we were at a restaurant or if we were having coffee or whatever we were doing. It feels nice to do this, I think. So I know there's a lot of people that don't like to come out onto the chat. So I encourage you to come onto the chat so we can chat. Because you guys see me, the only way I can see you is through the chat and comments. So that would be nice. And next week, you know, everybody that comes can be in the chat and just interact, and we can give each other tips and help each other and be virtual friends. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye, Josie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you everyone for coming. If you are not live and you're watching this in the future, hello, goodbye. I'll see you guys soon.